All right. So before we start, I kind of forgot what I was going to say. Whatever, let's just launch the game. There's some stuff I want to go over in the game before actually starting playing. Oh, right. I changed the overlay. I mentioned that on Twitter. It looks a little better this way. And it seems, even though it technically takes up more room, it kind of looks like it takes up less because it's not as wide. It's just taller. When I'm not streaming, the frame latency is not fucked up like this. So when OBS is closed, basically, it's not like that. It's pretty smooth. The game's got some other issues, though, sort of. I only tested one level, just so I could get the settings set right. So going to graphics down here. It is actually pretty good for first time setup because it seems to either detect native or desktop resolution. I'm not sure which one. It was automatically set to 2560 by 1440 because I'm running at 1440p, and that's 1440p. And it was automatically set to full screen. I have to use screen capture to capture it with OBS. I can't capture it with game capture, so I'm guessing it's using borderless window mode. And if you disable full screen, it just puts it into a regular window. So I'm pretty sure it's borderless window, which isn't bad. I don't really mind it. VSync kind of sucks because you turn it on. Oh, okay, I don't know why it's not doing it this time, but when I had it on last time, it was dropping it down to 24 for some odd reason. When I was setting stuff up. So, whatever, I'm just leaving that off because I don't really need VSync. Down to quality. I had everything turned up except I can't have any ambient occlusion turned up because when I do that, even though it says the frame rate's around 80 to 90, it actually some reason looks like it's 20 to 25, so it's just fucking up this frame rate a lot. I'm not sure why. So I'm just leaving ambient occlusion off. Depth of field is off because I hate that. I forgot to turn bloom on. That was an accident. Should be fine with bloom on. I don't know why I had it off. And everything else on. Alright. Originally it had it set to the high preset. And I adjusted some stuff after high preset, but even high preset, it had ambient occlusion turned on and it was screwing it up. Even the low setting of ambient occlusion, it's not just the high setting. There's 3 settings of it and it just screws over the frame rate. I'll show that in the game. I think the audio is set correctly. I'm going to turn my computer up though. But I'm not sure. And this game does actually use the Xbox One controller configuration layout. So it'll show like the Xbox One start menu button instead of the Xbox 360 controller, which something I forgot to turn on real quick. Hold on. Forgot to turn on controller capture. Oops. And in all these scenes here, let's turn that on. There. All right. Okay. That's on now. There. Okay, so there's a no blood mode. Apprentice mode is basically turning on easy mode. I don't know if I'll need to do that. It's going to take me a while to get used to the combat in this game. The one stage I was on, it seemed like it was easier than the first game, so they may have improved it. I never actually beat the first game. I never went back in to try going through that final stage that I gave up on during stream because it was just a really stupid thing they did with the difficulty scaling. Like, it just peaked and it's like, oh, well, here's a reason to spend several hundred hours just to try and get this one thing done just right. Apparently this game has mods. I didn't know that because when I first launched this game, it was just new game settings, and I think it had additional content there. and nothing else. So load game, mods, and continue wasn't there, but I'm going to new game. And I do have my window open, so you might hear some noise in the background, but I doubt it. And you might hear a little bit of noise in the other rooms soon. I'm not sure. It just kind of depends on if the kids, my nieces, end up being nice.
Your memory
can't skip cutscenes.
Now, gone to form the soul of the game we play. These
you can pause them, but for some reason you can't skip cutscenes, which is a little stupid. They need to make it so you can skip cutscenes, because if you play through the game multiple times, you don't really want to listen to what they say, but you can see pressing buttons, it doesn't let you skip.
We must ride, for time is short, and you have much to learn. Make your first choice, and let us set these wheels in motion once more.
And this game, I'm guessing this is just your character's gender selection. Looks like the side the card is on is randomized. So the first time I made a new game, when I was testing games stuff to make sure it was working with OBS, the male selection was on the right. Now it's reversed, so male's on the left, but it doesn't really matter. I think it's just the character you play around as and fight battles as. The first game, if I remember right, you didn't have that selection.
These cards represent your
also, I am in some pain still because my neck is still messed up. It's mostly hurting my right arm.
Therefore,
my neck,
must guide you.
it hurts, but it's like it's easier to deal with in my neck as long as I don't move my head too damn much. But my arm, I have to keep it in one position for a really long period of time before the pain finally starts to stop being a jerk. I probably shouldn't be speaking over him. I don't know how hard that is to hear. Yeah, so it was probably about the same volume, but whatever.
Together, we will write your history.
Okay. You stumbled many miles through this forest in search of the thieves who robbed you. Though exhausted and hungry, you are determined to reclaim your father's amulet. Okay, so if you haven't played the first game, basically it's kind of like a board game with cards. You get a card, it gives a chance stuff, and you move forward, and eventually the cards will be laid out in a way where there's branching paths, and you have to find an exit. Each card will bring up a thing like what I got here, and you can take action. Sometimes you have to fight stuff, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's just chance, and you can also build a deck, probably, I'm not sure, because I got inventory, that's back button. There's inventory selection, so you'll probably be able to adjust inventory and your deck selection like you were in the first game. But I haven't actually gotten that far in this game, so this is going to be essentially a blind playthrough type style of stream. So, anyways, you finally catch sight of the thieves hacking at a large tree and arguing among themselves. This is actually, I'm not sure this is random, because that's the exact same thing I got on the first time I went through this little area when I was setting up for the stream. So move closer to eavesdrop.
Every element of the game has been improved, even those that seem at first glance familiar.
Okay.
Do not worry, you will soon understand the nuances.
Okay, so, creeping forward, you overhear their leader spouting orders. It's simple, he says. The idiots walk down the road, you push over the tree and jump out. They'll be too scared to put up a fight, and we'll get rich. Why don't we just jump out and stab them? One retorts. Another hooded figure chimes in. Yeah, corpses don't put up a fight either. Frustration rises in the leader's voice. The Empire doesn't care if a few farmers lose some sprouts, but drop a corpse on the royal road and the place will be filled with soldiers before you've even spent the coin. We don't need that trouble. Now quiet, here they come. Okay. Sorry, I gotta stretch my neck a little. Gotta move it around. Yeah, I'm on hydrocodone and it's not really doing much of anything for the fucking pain. And I'm out of muscle relaxer, so all I have are a few little bits of hydrocodone left for the pain, and that's it. It hurts. Okay. You soon spot a group of farmers coming around the corner, bringing their wares to market. It's actually my neck that's been part of the reason why I had to skip so many streams. There are other things as well, I just don't remember what they were. And I'm probably not going to finish off Stardew Valley, just because that was taking so long and it was kind of boring. Can't really work on that anyways, because keyboard and mouse, and can't really play a game with keyboard and mouse with my arm messed up right now. Since my neck is messed up, my arm is also messed up. My arm, the strength of my arm kind of fluctuates. It goes down to less than half. Other times it's up close to full. And coordination with it and stuff is just reduced. It's kind of annoying. Anyways, the thieves fell the tree into the path of the unsuspecting farmers and leap out, weapons brandished. Give us all your food. Okay, so here's a choice you can make. You can help the farmers. You can offer to help the farmers, but say it won't be free, or you can help the thieves. I'm just gonna help the farmers. You draw your weapon with practiced skill. Well, you hear the leader's voice. You lads handle this. I'll meet you when you're done. Computer's too loud. Alright. And during this little area here, I'll show ambient occlusion. So actually right before, since they're showing a little animation, let me show what the ambient occlusion fucks up with the frame rate. So even with SSAO, it didn't seem to screw it up that time. That's weird. Let me check the others. Oops. Put it on HQ HPO. So it's apparently running 75 to 77. Okay, so controls here. Obviously it's shown an Xbox One controller, but it doesn't really matter. It just detects that I'm using a Microsoft controller, and I'm using a 360 controller, and the buttons still work essentially the same, because the controllers are essentially the same. Just slightly different D-pad. Apparently D-pad of the Xbox One controller is better. I need to get an Xbox One controller, but saving for a new computer. I don't really have the money for that. So attack is X, defend, struggle is Y, bash is B, evade is A, weapon ability is RT, finisher LT. Oh. There. Okay. Whoops. Alright, so ambient occlusion is all the way up right now. Oh. I'm gonna fuck up on this a lot. Let me try turning ambient occlusion off and see what happens. I don't know why it was messing up before, if it's not messing up now. Because I was testing ambient occlusion before I opened OBS, and it doesn't seem to really have an impact, oddly, so maybe it was just from first time setup. Oh, damn it. I don't know why my guy was attacking the... Oh, LT. Wait, what? The guy kind of moves around in a weird way. I didn't want him to. Because the motion, or his movement, not motion. His movements seem to be more along the lines of his physical movement instead of movement coming first and animation following. So it's animation first, movement following. Which is a bit weird. Whatever. I'll see if ambient occlusion screws over stuff a bit more or not. I'm gonna have to get used to this a bit, and it's gonna be a little bit hard to do that because of the control I have over my right arm is a little bit reduced still. So it's gonna impact my button presses on my controller, and the pain is also gonna distract the hell out of me. Okay. Farmers fumble in their harvest haver sacks in gratitude. Haversacks? I don't know, whatever. Thank you, adventurer. I'm sure that after they took our food, they would have taken our lives as well, even though one of them died. Gained 7 food. Oh yeah, every time you move the cards, it costs food, if it's the same as the first game. You fall on the food with a sigh, shoveling bread in your mouth. You quell your hunger. Oh, cool, I healed. Your satisfaction lasts only a moment before you realize your father's amulet is not among the takings. You consume 1 food. Their leader must still have it. You set to your feet, determined to find him. Okay, so this one looks like it may be more story-driven instead of random cards. Yeah, I can also... the overlay, since I adjusted it, I can remove all the stuff below. Like before, it was just with pump and download and upload speeds. Or I can remove all of it. But I'm going to leave it there. And that's because I swapped over to using HWiNFO instead of MSI Afterburner, but I'm still using MSI Afterburner for the frame rate, frame time, and the other information above that. Okay. I'm gonna hold my head to the side for a sec. Sorry. Gonna look weird, but my neck is fucking over. My arm, and yeah, I just need to move weird. While enjoying a moment beside the fire, you spy a strange figure approaching your camp. It's a goblin, dressed in what must pass for goblin finery. From beneath a filthy fox pelt serving as an ill-fitting wig, the goblin winks at you with wild red eyes. Reminds me of the goblin one from the first game, kinda. Aha, I've been roaming for hours trying to find you. We must get this over with quickly if I have any hope of getting to all the people on my list before sunrise. It lowers a sack from its shoulder. Now, from within my sack, I can conjure whatever your heart desires. The goblin's voice trails off as he examines his sack. Well, I could if there wasn't a blooming great big hole in it. A hole in the sack, so it's empty. His head disappears entirely into the bag until his bulbous nose protrudes out the breech. New plan, then. The goblin pulls out his last trinkets. I guess there's some stuff there. So... sword, axe, or a shield. Go ahead and grab the sword. Why not? Oh, I can check stuff. Okay. So, critical strike is 250%. Purpose A is 150%. One-handed weapon. Okay, so it can be used with shield. Damage is 15. Break the axe. Damage is 21. It's heavy, so it's two-handed, so no shield. Additional damage to armor. And enemies while they block. Susceptible to evade. And not repose. Against corrupted enemies, bash causes additional damage to armored. It'd be nice if it could use a heavy and a light. Oh well. Damn it, my arm just won't stop. Being fine before streaming. I don't know why the hell it's acting like a bitch now. Okay, so basically 21 or 15, or I don't know what shield I have. And I can't check. That's a little bit dumb. It'd be nice if you could check what you have before you decide. So let's go with the sword, that way I can continue using the shield. Okay, so I guess I'm using one that has 225 critical. And it's rusty, so that's it. Okay, so the rusty sword can't be sold or whatever. And it's also one-handed. You like to equip? Yes, let's equip because it's got the Repose, so 150% damage when using the Repose. And it's still one-handed, but it's also 15 damage. And it's a higher critical strike. A wise choice. Now I must go. There are many others I must visit before I can rest. The goblin runs off into the night, his fox wig flapping in the evening breeze. Change equipment in inventory. Damn it.
This card has a token. Can you find it?
Your journey through a forest is interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you searching for the forest folk? My uncle says that they used to walk these woods giving out gifts. I want to find one and ask for a lemon cake. And this card has a token, so apparently if I do it right, I can get the token. I don't remember what the tokens do in the original game, so I don't remember what they're supposed, or I don't know what they're supposed to do in this one. I think it unlocks more cards that you can do. And make this shut up because it's blinking at me. Yeah. As they dash off to peer under a nearby log, the child shouts back, "Remember, if you meet the forest folk, get a lemon cake." Okay. In the other direction, an eerie song hangs in the air. You attempt to find its origin. Crap. There's a double shuffle. If it's a single shuffle, it'd be easier to figure out where the fail is. Double shuffle, a bit harder. I want to select this. Oh, good. You follow the song through thicket and stream until you find an open glade bathed in golden sunlight. Find an aged maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of a forest. It has been 12 winters since I had a visitor. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you are in need, adventurer. Okay.
This is yours now.
I got a token.
If you lose the challenge, you have earned this token. Nothing could be more fitting now than meeting the mage who started this all, or at least started it all for you.
Okay. A trail of fallen trees and distraught farmers leads you to the thieves who had stolen your amulet. It seems their infighting has only gotten worse. The bandits surround their former leader, weapons drawn. Everyone will get their fair share. There's no need for violence, the leader implores. Whoever... Pretty sure. Can't remember, whatever. Whoever heard of a thief talk about fair shares spits one. You turn up and... you turn up and boss turn... yeah. Just reading stuff now. You turn up and boss us around. We've barely stabbed anyone. Barely stabbed anyone, really? It's been days since I've stabbed someone. Days. The leader notices you approaching and waves you over. As much as I'd love to continue this discussion regarding stabbings, I'm afraid I have urgent business with my associate here. As he greets you, he whispers, "Keep me alive and there'll be plenty of gold for your trouble." And I forgot to check and see if Nightbot's in chat. Okay, Nightbot is in chat. Double check, make sure it's working right. Okay, it is. As he greets you, he whispers, "Keep me alive and there'll be plenty of gold for your trouble." Okay. Tell me you'll play him blood for his thievery, or tell him gold cannot replace the amulet he stole.
I am right here, and we have things to do.
Shut up, guy. I'm deciding. And my neck hurts, so shut up. So I could tell him he'll pay in blood for his thievery, or that gold can't replace the amulet. That's it. That's all I can say. You can't just agree. Whatever. Let's say gold can't replace the amulet. He holds up a finger. First rule of negotiation: never let them know what you want. Kill my associates, and I will gladly return the amulet. Ever reliable, the thieves draw their blades to mug you. The leader hurries away to hide. Okay. Give us your stuff or we'll stab you. Or stab you up. That's a weird phrase. Growls one of them. You consider your options. Fight. Okay. Tip. Perform a quick riposte by attacking immediately after defending an enemy attack. That's going to take me a while to figure out the controls of this. Gotta try and remember. Block is B. Dodge is A. I don't remember what Y does. Ow. Ow. Oh, neat. Well, now I know what the sword glow thing does. Yeah, the controls are a little off. Needs some work. Targeting is atrocious. My guy just keeps jumping around on his own in weird ways. It's throwing me off. I'll have to get used to it. At least I hope I can get used to it. Why the hell is my neck hurting now? It's like my neck is getting all tired. Okay. With the battle resolved, and I lost a shitload of health because the damn controls are all screwed over. With the battle resolved, the thief leader nods in approval at the carnage before him. He holds out a hand. The name is Malaclips? That's weird. Bard extraordinaire. His smile fades, not faces. That was dumb. For some reason I thought that said faces. His smile fades under your withering glare. Sensing your anger, he raises his hands in surrender. Wait, let's not be hasty. We are on the same side here. I'm an upstanding citizen just like you. I've been working with the thieves, yes, but only for the greater good. No, really, they were killing people before I came along. I know it seems bad, but look, he pulls out an amulet from his pockets and presses it into your hands. All is forgiven, yes? Still at the amulet, it does not look familiar. Oh, Malaclips says, scratching his head. He opens a small satchel. So, which one is yours? What the hell? I don't know what they do. a lion, Egyptian thingy, a bull, and a bird. A real royal road. I guess this is choosing your origin or something? Try that. I'll just choose the lion, whatever. The lion amulet that suits you. Very similar facial structure. Say, you know what? I'm lonely. You're lonely. We should work together. Befriended Malaclips the Trickster. We should probably get to know one another, seeing as we're going to be friends for life, Malaclips says. Tell me, where are you from? This is going to be a pretty shitty stream if my net keeps doing this. Damn, that fire is pixely as shit. What the hell? Couldn't use a friggin' higher resolution flame? Damn, dude. You can practically count the pixels in it. Because that's why it wanted you to see. Probably will. Yeah, depth of field affects it. That's why they want you to use depth of field. I hate depth of field though, screw that. So shitty fire, but it looks good when depth of field is turned on because then it blurs it. So let's see. What's this do? Use an appearance? Oh, okay. I don't know why that face is so funny. Jeez, his arm doesn't look right. Like the muscle looks all wrong there. I guess his hairstyle and color. You know, when you have hair stuff being selected, a color, actually, you should make sure it's in an area where there's a lot of light, because if you're in the dark, you're not really going to be able to tell the color difference all that well. Like, the card makes it look like, oh, okay, that's supposed to be yellow, but then you look at it, and it's like, can't really tell if that's orange or yellow or what. So you kind of gotta guess and say, okay, well, I guess the card. Try different. Whoops. Oops. Damn it. Wait, what? Oh, that was hair color. Style. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Right? Oh, okay, so there's only a few hairstyles you select this way. Then, after you select the hairstyle, you can select the color. You can apparently make him move his head around. That one, or that hairstyle kind of looks like it would be suiting to the Asian guy. Kind of looks like a samurai hairstyle, sort of. Or like some Japanese style. I'm not sure what that would go to. Whatever. I don't really like any of these hairstyles, so I'll just select this one. Screw it. Lion. Right now my computer. See how loud this is. Game's a little too loud. Turn it there. Okay. I don't know what any of these do. Oh, it's changing the thing on his chest. Okay. So... whatever. I guess I'll stick with the lion. Kind of reminds me of the wolf amulet from Witcher series. And what is this? This color of uniform? Outfit? Whatever? Okay. Pretty sure there's only 4 of them. So that's white, blue, something, red. White just looks weird. That looks like it kind of matches the lion. That looks like it would match the Egyptian one. The white does, I mean. Just based on area or something. So I think that would probably match Egyptian. Or maybe that one would. Okay, fine, neck. I'll just hold my head like this for a bit. Jeez. Since the pain was reducing. Alright, so... I think I'll go with this, red and green. And is that it? Yeah, finish. So character customization in this one instead of the first one where you don't get to. At least I don't think you get to, I don't remember. From the Eastern Belt, eh? You don't say. Good sorts from the Eastern Belt, very trusting. By the way, I mean, we, friend, owe money. Haha, very funny, jackass. Owe money to Vignus of the Thieves Guild. Did I just get transported to an Elder Scrolls game? He's quite angry at us. We should journey to Mire Bridge together to appease him. Some gold might help. I have 10 gold. Hold on. If that changed it. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see the cards down there. I forgot that was covered. Okay. Although, come to think of it, I'm rather busy, Malaclip's eyes a pretty trader hiking up the road, so it'd be best if you get the gold and I meet you there. I wish the pain meds were doing something worth a damn. It sucks. Alright, so I can move forward.
Smaller pieces of our fates.
Arm wrestling. You enter a competition of strength at a fair. A gold prize is available to the winner. In the first round of the competition, your opponent is the diminutive Roland, a halfling from a traveling troupe of acrobats. Okay, I gotta roll some dice.
These dice are another small game embedded in our game.
Okay. Sorry, I was checking the audio to make sure it was alright because the guy was talking that time. Wanted to make sure he was about as loud as I am right now. So... I got 11.
Victory. You are learning.
Roland is no match for your strength. He gives a disappointed backflip off the table and collects his meager winnings, then cartwheels out the door. Cool. I got 10 gold. Now I have 20. You take your reward from the purser. What? Weird. On the way out the tavern. When you return, you will compete in the next round for a larger prize. Now I have a choice of going to the right or going up. And I think... I'm gonna go to the right.
The roads have become even more deadly.
Distressed damsel.
Has come to power.
The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anyone... Or is there anything you can do? Dice target of 12, so I have to roll the dice to assist. $13. Okay. Thank you, the woman says as you help her from the carriage. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. What'd I get? 3 food. More 3 foods, so 6. You thank the woman and continue on your way. Alright, let's move up.
Celebrations
Carnival.
In aid of what?
Nearing the sleepy hamlet of Dulwich, you find the villagers in the midst of some kind of celebration. Much of the activity concerns a large paper and wood statue depicting a fearsome warrior looming triumphantly over a prone lizard man. I could follow, or I could ask what's going on. Let's ask. A friendly stable hand explains, in a bygone age, our town was beset by half-men, half-lizards. There was no food, no respite, and very little hope. Salvation came in the form of a nameless warrior who hunted the beasts for little more than a handful of coins and a crust of bread. He smiles warmly at the festivals. We honor the warrior like this. The statue is filled with food and gold, and we take turns smashing it to bits with a club. So a piñata, basically. You're welcome to join us, and you may keep whatever falls out. Huh. Parade and statue are winding their way into the middle of, or into the town. Not in the middle of town, whatever. And almost out of sight. Follow parade. Why not? Parade ends in the town square. You watch as the villagers take turns smashing the statue with a club and gathering the food and gold that spills out. A local notices your interest and asks if you would like a turn. Whatever. Might as well. Let's see. The club strikes the chest of the treat-laden beast. Some gold falls out. Survey the spoils and try to scoop them up before anyone else can. Oh, crap. Oh, cool. 10 gold. There's a 50% fail chance there. Someone's hammering something outside. I wasn't expecting that at 8 o'clock. Scrambled to gather the bounty that you unleashed. Would you like to try to gather more? Why not? Survey the spoils and try to scoop them up before anyone else can. Oh shit. Aw, damn. Before you can gather anything, a young child shovels the bounty into a basket and scampers off. With your turn over, you leave. So I can go right or left. I'm gonna go left first because I think the right is the exit.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath.
While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band.
What
Oh good, I get a fight.
At your mind?
Or I could try going into the water. You could stand and fight the fiends or throw yourself to the mercy of the river below. Stand and fight. Because the other one's a dice roll of 11 or higher. Interesting loading scene. Kind of neat. Okay. Oh, yeah, now the frame rate's going weird. Oops. So let's turn ambient occlusion off. Yeah, there we go. Much smoother. Even though the frame latency is still screwing up, but it's not the game that's causing the frame latency to be like that. OBS is. Damn it. I can't remember what Y does. Oh, shield bash maybe? No, I thought B was shield bash. Yeah, B is shield bash. I don't know what the hell Y is. What the hell is Y? Y is defend or struggle. Okay. I still gotta get used to the controls. I'm guessing the defend or struggle thing is gonna be for something specific that I haven't gotten to yet. And I don't know what the green thing above their head is for. It might be for just dodging or shield bashing them. Just to make them stop. I don't know. Having spilled your enemy's blood, you search the bodies for anything useful. Equipment. Okay, I got a shield.
Simple defense.
And it's got more defense.
Given time.
Cool. Let's use it. And I got 3 food.
Here we come to the end of the beginning.
You arrive at Meyer Bridge as the sun begins to dip below the
This will
horizon.
become a theme, I dare say.
You find Malaclips pursuing a selection of cheeses by the market. Ah, if it isn't my good friend, the adventurer. Bring the gold. Vignus has arranged to meet at the graveyard. Whatever, let's go to the graveyard. You wonder whether the spot was chosen for its seclusion or for body disposal. Vignus meets Malaclips with a sly grin. Looks like you turned up after all, and with the lackey in tow. Whatever. We had our doubts, you know. Vignus cracks his knuckles and giggles. Well now, Malaclips, convince me. What's to stop me cutting off your head today? You reveal your gold as Malaclips scrounges in his pockets for some too. I just lost 30 gold. The heavy satchel of riches lands at Vignus's feet with a thud that echoes through the silence of the cemetery. Is Vignus one person? If it's one person, that should have an extra S. S apostrophe S if it's singular. S apostrophe if it's plural. This game relies heavily on text, so grammar is highly important in something like this. They should fix that. Oh well. As long as they remain consistent, it is mostly about preference, but primarily you're supposed to use S apostrophe S for singular. That way you can determine whether or not there's just one, like if it's a group or if it's an individual. That's why it's better to have the separation there instead of using S apostrophe on everything. Because if there's a group, it's always going to be S apostrophe and have no additional S, but a group can have the name of something that a normal push-up person would, and a single person will always have an additional S. That's our deal, Malclip says. Worry obvious in his voice. No need for any further troubles. I'm sorry, Mal, Vignus grins. You should have known the guild was never going to let you pay with cash stolen from our members in the first place. So if my dude's royalty, why does he only start with 10 gold? And an amulet that gets stolen? Treacherous and greedy, a dangerous combination. Anarchists throw flaming bombs that cause fire damage. Your armor is no use to you here. Okay, so this is a boss fight. Ow. So I just have to dodge. Ow. 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 Starting to get it, sort of. Gonna take a while still, because the animations are really weird with the controls. Ow. Can't stun him apparently. That was kind of dumb. The sword wasn't in him when he was lifting him up. It was after. Whatever. Pretty sure this is an indie game. I mean, it does look graphically nice. Could be improved, but it's not bad so far. I don't remember much of the controls of the first game. It's gonna be some years probably before I play through these games again. And I'll, of course, end up going through both of them, because whenever I watch stuff or I play through games, I tend to start with the first one and work my way through the entire series, because I don't like starting on like the second or the third in the series or something. I prefer starting at the start. Just the way I am. Helps me waste a lot of time. Gives me something to do. Just one damn spot on my friggin' neck that's bugging the hell out of me right now, and it won't stop.
Ho, 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 you make a poor apprentice. Cultivate focus.
Oh, shut up, old man. Your face is friggin' burned up in the last game. Which I never beat, but I'm guessing at the end of that game, you got your ass kicked. Okay, Malclip scratches his chin thoughtfully. It seems you could do with some savvy to help navigate these tricky matters of diplomacy. Like, maybe killing everyone wasn't the best idea. There should also be a comma after like. Whatever. I gotta stop pointing out grammatical issues in this. There also shouldn't be a dash there. Come, let us discuss our partnership over an ale or two. Well, I guess if you compare it to news articles, I guess it's at least as good or better than news articles, but news articles tend to have really, really shitty grammar. Because I don't know why. I guess they don't really have any fucking standards. You look at it and it's like, what the fuck are you doing, you morons? That's not right. But this, it could be worse. It's not bad. I've seen a hell of a lot worse. They seem to grasp the basic idea of comma usage. It's just not the greatest yet. Oh, achievement. The fuel.
Well
Open.
done. You have cleared the first challenge, and now we can move on to the next.
For completing the fool. I got a sword. And what the hell does that do? It looks like another sword. Reveal. Market thief. Parts, pies, and exotic lies. Fork in the road. Arm wrestling. Macalypsa's problem. And trickster. Open. A fiend in need. Peasant's son. Last gem, token, whatever. Finding the forest folk, the old maiden.
Welcome to my challenges. Together, we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope of awakening.
Okay, that's interesting. So, you got endless, you got adventure, and you got campaign. So, adventure unlocked in Outlands and Outsiders DLC. I don't have any of the DLC for this game. And endless, complete 5 challenges to unlock. You have to go through campaign before you can unlock anything. Because endless isn't unlocked and the only thing you can really do is campaign. And I already got that one done. So next up would be magician. Next 3 are locked. Well, next 3 are locked after magician. If I can just hold my damn head still. See if that'll help make the pain stop after it reaches whatever peak it's trying to get to. Because my arm's not bugging me right now, it's just my neck. Because I've held my arm still long enough. So, the magician. It's just that spot is just really goddamn close to my spine, and it's just at one specific spot where it's like, oh, it's right next to a vertebrae. Okay, it's gonna hurt like hell. And just annoy the hell out of you too, because it's in that one specific spot. It just makes you want to move your damn head to try and make it go away. It's like,
Are you confused?
if you try and sit straight up without your back leaning against something. Or like if you sit on one of those big ass ball things for a long period of time, like it starts hurting in your neck or something area like that. That's why it's annoying. So let's continue to magician. Or
The answer
actually,
to every question is in the cards if you but look.
companions, encounters. What's this? Oh, okay. I gotta add the deck stuff now. Okay, let me go back then. Companions, inspect. Okay, I only have him as companion. Orphan is unlocked in DLC. Okay. So this is a fiend in need. Where's the there? Let's do arm wrestling. That's shard, gain gold, and dice. Unknown, unknown, unknown. Equipment gain source, dice combat. Oh, that's deep water. Use ambush. Gain gold and food. Unknown. The peasant's son. These have tokens. Let's add. Here, let's add the market thief and his problem. Go back. Equipment. So 18 damage, 15, 21 for an axe. That's a heavy weapon, so it's two-handed. What is this? Bastion of Purification. And a shield that gives 10. This is 15. Okay, so this is a shield. Interesting. I have to add a 5, so I gotta add all of these. Alright.
A casual call to heroism. How many adventures start thus? For 100 years I have thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated. It is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
A conversation with the fur trader is interrupted as Malaclips arrives in a flurry. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of Westwind is suffering against the Blight. Head to Westwind, find out more about Westwind. Interesting, you can hold that down and it'll just, okay, that's a little annoying. Because then if you're trying to go fast, you could accidentally fuck up and select when you don't want to. Let's find out more. What do you want to know? Ask about Empire protection. What makes Westwind special? A small garrison is meant to be protecting the town, but apparently they are all either dead, missing, or drunk. What makes it special? I've traveled far to escape the oppression of the Empire. Westwind gave me my freedom, and I intend to return the favor. Where is it? Westwind sits on the outer edge of the Empire. While the Emperor focuses on the capital, its nobles and merchants, those at the fringes, are neglected. What do you want to know? That's enough. Okay, head there. You return to the markets and ask if any traders headed to Westwind might need an escort. There are 3 options: stonemason, a food wagon, a weaponsmith. I don't know what a stonemason would be good for. Food wagon would help with food. Probably. Weaponsmith would help with weapons. Areas are kind of small, but it's always a good idea to keep up on items like food. Stone, I guess, might get gold. Let's do food. Food wagon headed to a nearby wedding offers you a ride. They gift you some food in exchange for not taking you the whole way. So I got 3 food. You arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend the town, you'll need to locate as many Empire soldiers as you can before the Blight invades. Next card.
In my day, thieves kept their distance. None would pickpocket a mage for fear of failure, or worse, success.
The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passers-by to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. Really? I just lost 5 gold. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Oh, that sucks. 50% fail. Oh. Okay, I got 5 gold back. Oh, alright, you sod. Keep your darn stuff. The thief mutters as they drop your belongings on the ground. As you gather up your things, the thief runs off back into the crowd. I wonder what huge success would have been. I don't know why my neck's doing this. It wasn't this bad yesterday. And it wasn't this bad before I was streaming either. Got a little heat thing I'm gonna put on my neck. Give me a sec.
I have waited 100 years for my revenge. It appears I must wait 100 more.
Of course, now my arm's gonna hurt. Just because all that movement. Ow. Gotta wait until it heats up so I can feel where the heat's at, then I'll have to adjust it and make sure the heat's in the right spot. Hoping it helps. I'm just not sure if it will. Just want the damn pain to stop. It's pissing me off.
Your companion has his own story.
Okay, you arrive at the city markets to meet with Macalypse's associate.
Or a villain.
Find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell whether he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with rope are flopped on the ground around him. Merc, Macalypse calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favor to ask of you, my handsome friend. The greasy goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first, you know that. Apocalypse looks at you expectantly. Refuse to give gold. Damn it. This guy's an asshole. Give the goblin man 10 gold. All my gold is gone. Apocalypse steps forward as Merc counts the coins. Merc Old Bean, the bard, looks furtively weird around before quickly waving at his shoulder. I require help in removing a certain illness. Merc considers Apocalypse for a while. Wait, yeah, okay. That kind of information costs more than a few coins. You sputter indignantly. I will require a test of skill from him. He turns and points at you. Eat a daisy. Eat a forget-me-not. What? Eat the luminous purple flower? Pick a flower and eat it. The greasy florist displays his meager wares. Apocalypse nods as if this were a fair request. Really? What the hell's a forget-me-not? Let's eat the purple flower. Flower has a crispy, burnt texture. I have to get 15 or higher. Okay. We get more than one roll. Crap. What's the skull?
The dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
I guess the skull is 1. So I only got 11 and I needed 15. And there's no re-roll. You feel an intense wave of heat emanate from your stomach to your neck, and you collapse on the floor. Guess I shouldn't have eaten the purple flower. You wake to Apocalypse splashing you with water. Merc has left, and you see him attempting to steal a seed bun from the baker's stall. We'll come back later and try again. Oh, failed that.
The Empire reaches too far. The North has gone from a loose collection of tribes to
Find some
something
Imperial
to truly
soldiers
fear.
strung up by Northerners. Fight to free them.
Let us
your
see
weapon.
if the mage can help you here.
Malaclips. A magician, a jester, and a vagabond. When activated, Malaclips casts a protective spell on you that can block a single hit. Okay. Companion ability is LB.
If nothing else, I'll get a song out of this.
Much for that.
I see it start great as Spain.
Ow. Stun him, hit him. Repeat. Should have done that. I think it does more damage to him if I stun then hit. I really gotta get better at the combat. Oh, I'm still using the rusty sword. Guess I'll use that one then. Soldier's sword. I got 10 gold. With the Northerners dead, you free the soldiers. You gain 2 recruits. Okay.
Commerce thrives in even the most
The
unusual.
shopkeeper nods to you as you enter. Adventurer, how's the world out there? Buy equipment, 4. Buy food, 20. Healing, sell. I can't sell the rusty sword. So... life, really? That'd bring me up to 76. Screw it.
Here we begin to see
West
one of
Wind's
the small
plague.
ways I've changed.
The West Wind tower bell chimes feverishly. The town cry are bellows. There's corrupted inside the town. They broke through the sewer. I guess I shouldn't speak when he is.
As you will see.
Oh well. They broke through the sewers and into Louse Land, or Louse Lane, not land. Louse Land would be kind of weird. Louse Lane, even though Louse Lane is also weird. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out. We arrived to find West Wind's few remaining soldiers huddled at the entrance to its poorest area, Louse Lane. Go to the next level, or keep exploring. Okay. We cannot let the corruption spread for the good of the town. We must dispose of anyone who has been tainted, even a little. Wind soldiers. Let's have to fight. First touches of corruption bring forth the darkest elements of their victims. Infected enemies are feeble, causing them to become knocked down when health is low. Use a finisher before they recover. Okay.
I hope this works.
Oh, I guess the special eliminates the need for a finisher. Oh, you don't have to kill him with the finisher. Finisher is just... okay. So they're just weaklings who can get knocked down for an insta-kill sometimes. It's nice to know. With the corrupted threat removed, you've ensured that these soldiers survive to aid the town's defense. You gain 3 recruits. The soldiers help you scavenge what you can from the remains of the poor souls taken by the corruption. Gain armory. Oh, cool, I got a shield.
In more ways than one.
Kinda wish this heating pad could get hotter. But I guess I do kind of do excessive amounts of heat and cold whenever I use heat or cold on stuff. Because whenever I use cold, I freeze it until I can't feel the area, and then I just leave it frozen so I can't feel it for like a fucking hour or something. It's like numb. I can touch it and pinch it and stuff. I can't feel a damn thing. And heat, I practically burn myself. That's the only way it seems to ever do anything worth a damn. This one is those extremes. So I'm trying to ensure as much of that heat is hitting as possible. Okay, I'm gonna check inventory. So the shield I got, what's it do? Inspect. Against corrupted, defend causes 30% of your weapon damage to attackers. Okay. And heavy shield, one-handed weapon required. Use defend to block attacks. But you can get light shields. What's this do? Charge bash causes short stun. Defend attacks to charge. Requires 3 defends. Weird. Okay. So I could go up or left. I'm guessing the top right corner is going to be the exit, so... Or not left, right. Not duh. Let's go to the right.
A vampire cannot cross running water.
Okay. Let's skip the text on this since I already know what it is. Yeah, stand and fight. Northerners can perform combo attacks. Use riposte with single-handed weapons to deal extra damage immediately after you defend.
We can work this out.
Starting to get used to it. Oops. I just got hit once. Insta kill them. Oops. Fucked up. Got hit a second time. Whoops. Fucked up. Because I was trying to dodge and I pressed the wrong button to dodge. Getting dodge and shield bash mixed up. Oops. Did it again. Damn it. There we go. I'm gonna end up getting shield bash and dodge mixed up quite a bit until I get used to controls. I lost a good deal of health on that because I kept fucking up. Started out doing fine. 2 equipment gain. Okay. Inspect. Can you? This is a token? Defend 30 attacks from enemies to unlock this token. It's got less defense. Just got a token. Fuck it. I'll use it. Even though I haven't defended against anything. Oh, cool. 25 gold. Let's go over.
Let us learn
Arm
what
wrestling.
sort you are. Strong, clever.
In the second round of the competition, you sit opposite the aged frame of Huntley Toothless. He boasts about once being a silencer for the Thieves Guild. Gotta hit 12 or higher. I got 13. Huntley crumples in defeat almost instantly. You're lucky I'm not 20 or 30 years younger, he says, grumbling. Got 10 gold. 10 more gold. Got 47. You take a reward from the pursuer on the way out the tavern. When you return, you will compete in the next round for a larger prize.
They place themselves
Grand
in
double.
these dire positions, and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
Okay. While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and the unmistakable groan of the corrupted. Or of corrupted, whatever. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched on the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods. I was heading to tea with the Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. My footmen left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. There should be a comma before It says but. So after off. Noble peers fearfully at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay. There'll also be a comment after it says protect me. Kind of seems like they probably have multiple people doing the writing on this, because sometimes it seems like comma usage is at least half decent. Other times it's like there's absolutely no commas where they're needed. Stay here and protect me, I can pay. Whatever. Accept the offer. Oh, great maker, thank you. You linger near the nobleman's carriage in case the corrupted reappear. Yeah, see, now they're jumping between saying just calling them corrupted and saying the corrupted. That's gonna get confusing, and I'm gonna end up saying the corrupted all the damn time because they're inconsistent. Whatever. Just beyond the trees, you can hear the blood-curdling sounds of combat. There should also be a comma after trees. And a comma after eventually. Eventually, the sounds of battle die down. Only the screams of the tormented remain. A single Empire soldier flees wide-eyed back toward you. I'm just going to stop pointing out all the grammatical flaws because there's starting to be quite a bit here. I'm glad to see you're out here making friends while you spill our blood to protect you. What? Glad to see you're out here making friends while we spill our blood to protect. Oh. Offer them gold to protect Westwind. Appeal to their sense of duty and defend Westwind. Gotta roll dice 12 to make them. Or pay them. Let's try the roll. Probably gonna fail. There we go. 13. Only needed 12. So I just saved some money. We're soldiers of the Empire, not mercenaries for hire. Good luck defending the town. Wait, what? The men hoist the noble upon their shoulders and march on. No recruits join the cause. Okay. Let's go back. And go up here.
Your supplies are running low.
General store.
Make your choices carefully.
Food. 10 food. 30 gold. Six, 9. There. Okay. Dogs barking outside because people are stupid and won't shut them up. Happens every damn day. People need to pay more attention to the dogs. If they're barking, there's usually a reason for it. And actually, the way they're barking, it almost sounds like the people are making them bark. It's kind of annoying. That's worse. Because it's like, oh, we're just going to be assholes and make them bark for fun. Even though it annoys everyone.
Does honor bend to pragmatism?
The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Oh, this is a distressed damsel. Dice target 14. Damn, that's pretty high. 6, 12. Damn, I got it. That was pretty good. Got 7 food. 10 life. Good thing I didn't heal with money. 27 food so far.
They got themselves into this mess. I don't see why you should get them out.
Yeah. Fight to free them. Okay, I gotta try and block stuff. His hand's going through his shield. That was kind of dumb.
By sea and sun, fate and fame.
Whoops. 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 Damn it. Damn it. It's trying to do the block, but kept getting mixed up. Still, some reason, not able to get used to this game. Probably be able to get used to it a lot more if I had more fighting bits. I think that's why even the first game I was just getting thrown off on combat on that the entire time through. If I was having combat constantly, I'd probably get used to it a lot easier, but since there's pauses to read stuff and having to move around on the cards, kind of screws me over a bit for some reason, which is odd. It's like you want more combat so you can get used to it, but there's just not enough.
Stand in the defense of the peasantry. What noble traits you display already.
Okay. Atop Westwind Town Hall is a large bell tower. It's used to signal the day's end for the workers in the mines and surrounding fields, but now it will summon Westwind's defenders. Do you wish to summon the soldiers you have recruited? Ring the bell. As night cloaks Westwind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey any soldiers you've managed to recruit. Yeah, so they're not even adding commas anymore, it seems. I don't know why. It's like, okay, it starts off, they're going to add some commas at the start of the game. Then they get here, it's like, okay, they're just giving up on the commas altogether. It's a bit weird. I know school, I don't know if they still do, but when I was growing up, school would teach you like, oh, don't put any commas or anything, don't worry about punctuation when you write your rough draft. It's when you go over it you want to fix everything, but that's not actually a good practice to do. Good practice is to get as much punctuation as is possible the first time through. Then you read through it, fix everything, read through it again, fix everything. If needed, read through it one final time and fix anything that needs to be fixed. And you keep doing that until there's nothing that needs to be fixed.
Yet the stakes remain the same. Life.
But you try and get as much there as possible, and it seems like they didn't go through and fix anything, or they just don't understand how to use commas, which is a little lame. Because it should say with a comma after it says Westwind. Because as night cloaks Westwind, because you can cut that out and say, you can start the sentence by saying, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. And that would be a complete sentence. It is an elaboration to say, as night cloaks Westwind. And that elaboration is what requires the comma. You've gathered a large group of soldiers to defend the town. Here's hoping you won't need any more. You must survive till morning, when Imperial reinforcements will arrive. Even the till there, even though I actually more agree with that usage than the proper one, but the proper one is apparently just TILL. It's not to remove the UN and add the apostrophe there. I agree more with the apostrophe TIL. It's just not correct. I'm gonna let that one slide. Just because I think saying TILL as short for until, I say that's wrong. Even though everything else says it's correct. Let's just say it's stupid, so it's wrong. Give a rousing speech, remain silent. Whatever.
Now,
oh,
you
that
major
sucks.
For more than mere success and failure. You choose the very stakes themselves.
Soldiers appear unmoved by your words, remain tense and fearful. Yeah, if I fucked up. Heating thing isn't using heat. It's on a cooldown so it doesn't burn itself up. Use Bash to break the terrorist's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates. Okay.
With all these soldiers, you don't think you could have...
But yeah. Whoops. Do I just have to bash it repeatedly? What the hell? Alright, we'll take out these little fuckers first. No. Yeah, I've just got a issue with targeting. What the hell? See, I wasn't trying to hit the big guy, I was trying to hit the other one. Damn it. No, I pressed the wrong damn thing. Almost dead. Yeah, you gotta repeat the bash. Oh, that's close. There we go. Oh, you gotta do that more than once. Okay, and when it's restoring... Can you not... Does it really... Oh, you can. Okay, cool. Means I can take at least one more hit. Okay. Yeah, so the color above them is a little annoying. I want to see if I can adjust that. If I can.
A mighty creature.
Let me see. Settings. Is it in display or in control? Or is it in general? It's in general. The attack indicator. Red, green, blue, yellow, blue, red. Yeah, good job. That really helps. So it's red, green. Green is for dodging. No, green is for blocking. Oh, come on. Blue, yellow. Blue is X. Blue, red. Oh, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. I want it to be yellow, green. Or yeah, yellow, green. Or no, green, yellow. Because red is for the dodge. If it was green, then I would know press A and I wouldn't get mixed up by looking at the color. Because every time I see the red, I was accidentally hitting B, but B is to shield bash. It's not a dodge or a block. That's gonna screw me over this entire damn time. Oh, that's just stupid. Why'd they do that? They should have thought that out a bit better. Maybe at least let the player input individual. So separate it to have multiple colors and had another attack indicator color. So, say for the heavy attack or whatever, the one that you can't block, that you have to dodge, say dodge attack indicator, a dodge indicator instead, and make that one green, and then the block or counter indicator would be another one, and you could make that yellow, because I would like to have the counter one yellow and the dodge one green, and you just can't do that. It's red and green, blue and yellow, or blue and red. And blue is the color of X on controller, so I'll show you here. X, Y, A, and B. A, when I was holding that upside down, A is on the bottom, A is green, A is dodge. So green is dodge, blue is attack, yellow is to block, and red is to shield bash, which is why I'm getting mixed up. And you can't adjust that, which sucks.
Chaos felled by your power. Does it satisfy you? This bloodshed?
I'm almost
Knowing those
dead.
you destroy were once simple peasants going about their
My neck
day.
hurts. How long has it been? An hour? Oh, wow, really? Hour 41? I didn't realize that. Okay. Once the corrupted behemoth falls, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. Soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements with a town already saved. I gotta cut this stream short because my neck
The
is just...
magician
I
returns to the
I
deck.
can't stream all that
But now
long
we only begin
with my
our
neck fucking
stories
up.
of fate.
So I'm not gonna go another round.
Do not think I'm
I'll have to continue on the
satisfied
next
with
stream.
this, but at least we have a place to begin.
So far this game's better than the first one though, so that's kind of nice. Wait, what? Oh. So, oh hey, campfire. What the hell's campfire? They added
As
something
you
new.
play, you will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
It's kind of neat. Now, so far they do seem to have made improvements. So let me see. What does campfire do? Change appearance. Okay. So you can change stuff. I'm guessing maybe you can unlock appearances later or something. I don't know. Let me see. And I'm pretty sure it auto saves all the time. It's got credits there. So I can exit game. I would like to be able to go to the main menu. It's a little stupid that you only have exit. And if you go to exit, it closes the game. I was thinking exit was going to go to the main menu, but it doesn't. So the people making this game, they should add an additional option right above exit, beneath credits, and have it return you to the main menu. But whatever. So let's go ahead and exit, because I gotta end the stream because my neck is just making this a little too hard to deal with. I'll try and make sure I stream again next week. Hopefully my neck will be doing a lot better then. I don't have a clue. It doesn't seem to be getting better all that fast or really at all. It's pissing me off. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. If I do stream next week, I'll make sure I post on Twitter. I do have... Let me show Twitch here. Make sure this is paused. I do have my Twitter on my Twitch channel here. So, if you don't want to follow me on Twitter, you can always check my Twitch, and you will be able to see my most recent post. It doesn't say the linked, so if I go over to my Twitter, it won't show any additional comments I add, and I usually will comment on my own posts. So it's still a good idea to click over to my Twitter, and you can do that just by clicking there. And you'll be able to see down here and look around at stuff. So you show a thread. It's because I added a lot of comments on my own stuff to try and link them together instead of posting new ones all the damn time. But whenever I do stream, I'll make sure, I always have been doing, saying that I'm streaming soon. And I always wait about 10 minutes at a minimum before I start the stream after I post that. It's usually exactly 10-minute point when I start. It's not really ever after that I start. It's usually exactly at that 10-minute point. It's just to give people like 10 minutes to get ready if they want to watch. So there's that. But yeah, I'll try streaming again next week. Hopefully I'll be able to. Hopefully my neck won't be pissing me off as much or at all. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And so far, Hand of Fate 2, it is better than the first Hand of Fate. Just from what I've played so far and from what I can remember, but we'll see how it goes. Because the first Hand of Fate I liked until the last the last rounds of that game. It kind of screwed it over a bit. And didn't really care for the difficulty spike that they did at the end, so I never finished that game. So, anyways, anyone who stopped by, I don't think there was anyone who stopped by though, but anyone who's watching, or anyone who did stop by, thanks for stopping by and watching. Anyone who's watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Until then, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.